I'd like to call the meeting of the House Professional Licensure Committee to order. Jamie?
Oh, hang on. She stepped out into the hall. She got a phone call. Sorry.
We'll take a brief intermission. All right, we've been called to order, and Jamie, could you please take the roll?
Chairman Burns,
Here.
Representatives Davidson,
Designation.
Gallagher,
Designation.
Genst, Guzman,
Designation.
Kenyatta,
Designation.
Kozarowski, Malagari,
Designation.
Mursky,
Here.
Miller, Mullins, Monroe,
Designation.
Smith-Waddell,
Designation.
Venkett.
Designation.
Chairman Emmerich.
Here.
Representatives Armanini, Cutler,
Designation.
Ecker,
Designation.
Gatos, Kuzma, Mako, Marcel, Mahaffey,
Designation.
Shuren,
Designation.
Tomlinson,
Designation.
Wattrow. You have a quorum.
The first bill today, the chair calls up House Bill 554, printer's number 555. Carrie, can you please explain the bill?
House Bill 554 authorizes Pennsylvania to join the Interstate Social Work Licensure Compact.
We have with us Representative Abney, if he'd like to speak on his bill.
Sure. Thank you, Chair Burns, Chair Emmerich, members of the Professional Licensure Committee, for your consideration of House Bill 554. Quick fun fact about me, I think most of you know, I have a master's degree in social work, and while I've taken more of an unconventional route to the position that I am in now, I've always held positions in what I would consider to be a helping profession. And one of the things that I always learned and appreciated when I was getting my MSW was the importance of advocacy and being able to advocate on behalf of your clients. And I do believe that us as legislators, we are kind of like social workers with a different level of influence, in the fact that we don't necessarily advocate on behalf of clients per se, but we advocate on behalf of the 65,000 people that we represent. And so it is my pleasure to be able to sit here as an elected official, but also as a social worker, to advocate not only on behalf of my constituents, but on behalf of my profession. And so House Bill 554, as was mentioned, it would allow Pennsylvania to join, I believe, 26 other states who have enacted this law to be part of the Social Work Interstate Compact. This is an opportunity for licensure portability for social workers who may be moving from one state to another, who may want to move to Pennsylvania, to not to have to go through the licensure process to be a licensed social worker. So it is a economic and jobs opportunity for us to be able to attract more social workers to the Commonwealth. It's also a quality of life issue for many of the clients that social workers serve. If a client moves to Pennsylvania currently, the social worker who is licensed in another state would have to get licensed in Pennsylvania, or that client would have to find a new social worker to give them that therapy. So that continuity of care will continue if we enter into this pact. And so I think that this is hopefully common sense legislation, pretty straightforward. I think it is very pragmatic and practical. And so for those reasons, I hope that you all will look favorably on this, and I ask for a yes vote on House Bill 554. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. The question is, will the bill excuse me. The question is, will the committee report the bill? I will be offering amendment A00239. Carrie, can you please explain the amendment?
This amendment simply extends the effective date of the bill to 18 months.
Is there any discussion on the amendment? Are there any negative votes on the amendment? Hearing none, Amendment A00239 is agreed to. The question recurs, will the committee report the bill as amended? Any discussion on the bill? Are there any negative votes on the bill? Hearing none, House Bill 554 is reported as amended from the House Professional Licensure Committee. Thank you. The chair calls up House Bill 668, printer's number 675. Carrie, can you please explain the bill?
Yes, House Bill 668 authorizes Pennsylvania to join the National Counseling Compact.
Today we have Representative O'Mara. It's her bill, and if you'd like to speak on it.
Sure, thank you, Chairman Burns and Chairman Emmerich. I appreciate the committee bringing this bill forward for a vote. I first heard about the Counseling Compact bill sort of by accident. I was in a therapy session, and after having a baby, I was dealing with postpartum depression, and my therapist asked me if I was in Pennsylvania, and I couldn't understand why that question was the first thing she asked every time we had our virtual appointment until this was brought to my attention in my professional capacity. Right now, if you are a counselor, you have to practice within the state that you're certified unless your state is a part of the National Counseling Compact, which 37 states are now a member of. Pennsylvania is not one of those, and we are looking to change that with House Bill 668. This bill will allow counselors to practice in other states that are part of the compact without receiving additional certification. And one of the main points that has been brought to my attention is a lot of students who are high school students who are in counseling end up going to college outside of Pennsylvania, and they have to start over with a new provider. We're also dealing with long wait lists right now for people to access mental health care in Pennsylvania, and so this will try to help alleviate that and have more practitioners that are available. And I think it's incumbent upon us to try to address that right now when we know that mental health during Mental Health Awareness Month, but we know that people continue to struggle with mental health. Suicide is the 11th leading cause of death in the U.S., and specifically for people ages 10 to 14 and 25 to 34. So I really appreciate the committee's attention, and I hope that we can have another unanimous vote this morning. Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. The question is, will the committee report the bill? I will be offering Amendment A00240. Carrie, can you please explain the amendment?
Yes, this amendment also extends the effective date to 18 months.
Any discussion on the amendment? Hearing none, are there any negative votes on the amendment? Hearing none, Amendment A0024 is agreed to. The question recurs, will the committee report the bill as amended? Any discussion on the bill? Hearing none, are there any negative votes on the bill? Hearing none, House Bill 668 is reported as amended from the House Professional Licensure Committee. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Yeah. From Guzman. The chair calls up House Bill 30, printers number 11. Carrie, can you explain the bill?
House Bill 30 allows real estate appraiser trainees to work with multiple supervisors and lowers the years of experience required to become an appraiser supervisor.
The question is, will the committee report the bill? Is there any discussion on the bill? Hearing none, are there any negative votes on the bill? Hearing none, House Bill 30 is reported from the House Professional Licensure Committee. The chair calls up House Bill 87, printers number 70. Carrie, can you explain the bill?
House Bill 87 adds salon owners with 10 years of experience to those who can train a cosmetology apprentice.
I'd like to recognize Representative Marcel to speak on her bill, please.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And I also wanted to thank Representative Carol Kazim for being my co-prime for this bill. I also want to take a quick moment to recognize both Thalia and Gina. They're two women from Bucks County who helped to work on this bill with me, and they're here today. They wanted to bring this important issue to my attention, and now I'm pleased to talk about it before all of you. House Bill 87 addresses a practical barrier to entry in the cosmetology profession. Right now, a salon apprentice must train under a licensed teacher, but not every salon has one. That means even licensed cosmetologists with decades of experience can't train apprentices without hiring an outside teacher, which limits opportunities for both the salon and the student. This bill will change that by allowing licensed cosmetologists with at least 10 years of experience to qualify as instructors. It's a simple way to expand access to the apprenticeship pathway. Apprenticeships offer an affordable and flexible alternative to cosmetology school, which can cost up to $17,000. We currently have over 12,000 licensed salons in Pennsylvania, yet only 53 registered apprentices. This legislation can help improve that. House Bill 87 gives aspiring cosmetologists more options and respects the experience of professionals already working in the industry. I ask you for your support to advance this legislation and appreciate it being considered today. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The question is, will the committee report the bill? Representative Marcel will be offering Amendment A00455. Carrie, can you explain the amendment?
This amendment just makes technical changes to make terminology consistent throughout the statute.
Any discussion on the amendment? Hearing none, are there any negative votes? Hearing none, Amendment A00455 is agreed to. The question recurs, will the committee report the bill as amended? Any discussion on the bill? Are there any negative votes on the bill? Hearing none, House Bill 87 is reported as amended from the House Professional Licensure Committee. If there's no further business before the committee, this meeting is adjourned.